Serena Deb against Allison Kay for the NWA Women's Championship, I think needs to be discussed because this is one of the under the radar matches, and the fact that it's on the pre-show is phenomenal by AEW.
Oh yeah, I think it was a smart move for them to put this on the buy-in show. This will be great.
Just their partnership alone with NWA is really good. I mean, they've look at what they got. They got Ricky Starks, Eddie Kingston. They've had Thunder Rosa, and now they got Serena Deeb is also a member of AEW, and to get Allison Kay there, it was a really good one. But I'm gonna go Serena retaining the belt. We'll see. I think she deserves to have a long title run. Look, we will see going forward how it ends up.
I agree with you, Serena Deeb. She's going to retain the NWA Women's Championship, and I think it's going to be a close performance. And I can't wait to see how she performs inside the squared circle, because this will be my first time actually seeing her compete. I've never seen her compete before, so this will be great.
She's really good out. You're in for a real treat. And the cool thing is I just minimized you, but I still see your little screen next to where I'm trying to read stuff, so it's kind of nice. Technology today. It's a great thing. All right, Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. Look, it's going to be a fun match. It's going to be a funny match. I think they're going to have Orange win because of the momentum he has right now after just beating Chris Jericho. I think that would be the route they should go. We'll see. But I'm going to go Orange Cassidy in this one.
I'm going to say Orange Cassidy as well, because I really think his push needs to continue. It needs to continue to grow, and I like what AEW is doing with him so far. It's turning out really well, and I think John Silver is going to bring his A game here. He might have his group come into play and try to distract Orange Cassidy and put him out early, but I think that's going to fail. So I'm all for Cassidy winning.
Don't forget, Orange has his friends too, and when I say friends, I mean best friends.
Mm-hmm. Best friends, Trent Beretta and Chucky T.
Yep, Chucky T, Chuck Taylor. All right, Chris Jericho versus MJF, and we discussed this earlier. I'm gonna say MJF takes this one. I think there's gonna be a backstabbing tonight. I think they're turning on Jericho tonight. I think MJF's gonna take over.
That could be the possibility, and I really believe that's actually going to happen. I feel like MJF is going to beat Chris Jericho, and then afterwards MJF is going to start stomping away on Jericho, and then the Inner Circle is going to come out and they're going to start stomping on Jericho too. So you're going to see some type of backstabbing here tonight.
Lots of, Alex, what I got from you is a lot of backstabbing and a lot of stomping.
Yeah, because that's what you normally see is when somebody turns, when a faction turns on the leader, they want to take out the leader, and they want to grow themselves inside that group. And I think Jericho's done a really good job with the Inner Circle, but really I don't think he's actually allowed some of the guys in the group to grow. Like Ortiz, he hasn't had much momentum in the Inner Circle.
No, he hasn't. I think Santana and Ortiz personally need to go back with Eddie Kingston and reform LAX like they did in Impact. I think that's the route they should go. All right, Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's Championship. I just am not excited. I'm just not a Nyla Rose person. I think she's so dangerous in the ring sometimes. She doesn't do it. Her promos are great, but to me, she just doesn't do it for me. I do get a vibe that she is going to be the one that wins tonight over Hikaru Shida. I hope not, because I still think Shida has so many good rivalries she can have. But we'll see. But I'm going to go Nyla Rose tonight.
I'm going to go with Hikaru Shida because I want to see her push with the AEW Women's title continue. But like you said, Josh, that could probably go sideways, but I'm hoping it doesn't, because I want to see more matches with Hikaru Shida as the champion. Like eventually, I want to see a women's tournament for that title.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want to see them have a tournament. The only problem if they had a tournament, I don't think there's enough women on the roster that puts them over the top to have a women's tournament. I agree with what you're saying, Alex. I just don't think there's enough talent that they could do a tournament like that right now. I think they got to...
Yeah, I really think they should grow the talent first and then see what happens from there.
I agree. All right, so the Elite Deletion match. I'm curious what this match is going to be, and hopefully it ends up safer than the last one. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. I'm going to go Matt Hardy in this one. It's very tough. But I'm going to say Matt Hardy in this one. I think he's had the momentum going into it. But we'll see. Sammy Guevara's put on some great promos the last few weeks about Matt Hardy and how much he hates him. But I'm going to say Matt Hardy in this one, but I don't feel confident about that pick. But I'll say Matt Hardy.
I'm going to say Sammy Guevara because I feel like he's going to be the guy really trying to put Matt Hardy on edge in this match and really take advantage of Matt Hardy. And he does a really good job of that in his promos. So I think Sammy Guevara is going to come up with some way, somehow, to beat Matt Hardy in this matchup. It's going to be a great one, and I cannot wait. And I feel like if Sammy Guevara wins this match against Matt Hardy, it could put him forward in the inner circle.
I agree with you 100%. I think he does need some big win matches at this point, Guevara. He's so young, so uber talented. I know he had the thing with Sasha Banks and everything like that, but I guess we're past that at this point. We're trying to get past it, and hopefully there's a new clean slate. Okay. The I Quit match for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. Look, I'm very excited about this match, but I'm really, really, really hoping they do not make this the main event. And I don't think they will.
No.
I'm going to go Jon Moxley in this one. Look, I think Mox is going to have this belt, and I know the person that's going to dethrone him already. So I'm going to stick with Mox in this one, but I think the match is going to be awesome. I'm curious where Eddie Kingston goes from here because that's now 2 matches he's had now where I don't think he's going to win the belt, but we'll see. But I'm going to go Mox. So I think it's going to be very physical, very hard-hitting, and I'm excited for it.
I'm going to go with Moxley as well because Moxley, his promos leading up to this match have been phenomenal with Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, you got to give him credit too because he's really come back in these promos against Moxley. So it's going to be a neck-and-neck matchup. It's going to be a very, very close match, and it's going to be all over the place. I expect them to fight on the ramp, the entranceway, around the guardrails, probably even take it into the crowd or backstage. So this match is going to be a very, very physical, very tough environment for both competitors.
I agree with you 100%. I'm very excited. The two of them work really well together, so we'll see. All right. FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood versus the Young Bucks and Nick Jackson. Tully Blanchard is banned from ringside. In my opinion, this should be the main event of the show. I don't know if it will be, but I think it should be because this match has been talked about for years upon years upon years. It's a dream tag team match. And, of course, if the Young Bucks lose, they will never challenge for the AEW World Tag Team Championships again. So here's how I think it's going to go. I think it's going to suck what I'm about to say. I think the Young Bucks are going to win, but I think they're going to win by disqualification. And that sucks because the titles won't change. Because there's no way AEW can let the Young Bucks not challenge for the Tag Team Championship again. Cody for the AEW World Championship is fine, Alex, because there's so many good competitors you can keep going with. But you can't have the Young Bucks, who is arguably the best tag team in the world, not ever challenge for the AEW.
No, you can't do that. There's just no way with how good they are and how far they've come along in this wrestling business. There's just no way AEW would do that to them. And this goes back to last week with my discussion with Jillian about this. And I said that Nick and Mac Jackson really need to win this match. This is like one of the matches where they really need to kick it in gear because they will never challenge for another tag team. They will never challenge for the tag team championships again if they lose this match. So it's all or nothing for them.
I mean, I just think that when you look at it, I don't think FTR is going to have a quick title reign. That's why I think the Young Bucks are going to win by disqualification. I don't think they're going to have – they'll still keep the belts, and the Young Bucks win, so therefore they can challenge them again. It would be a sucky way to do it, but I do think also this should be the main event of the show. I think there's no question about it.
I really don't think they would win by disqualification. I think the title would change hands, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I just think it would be too quick for FTR to drop the belts. That would just be my only concern. Cody versus Darby Allin for the singles match for the AEW TNT Championship. And Alex, I got to tell you, I think Darby's winning this match.
I agree. I think Darby's winning because his build-up the last couple weeks and his promos have been very interesting, and he really wants to win this match because this would put him in this would come full circle for him because he's waited upon years and years in his career to get to this point, to get to this time in his wrestling career, to face somebody who's very well known in the wrestling industry and really has built a name for himself. This could be a smart move for Darby Allin if he can somehow outsmart Cody in this match and become the new TNT champion.
I agree with you 100%. I think it's the way they should go and let him have the opportunity to hold the belt for a little bit. I think Brody Lee could also be involved and distract Cody. Okay, the match that I do think is going to end up being the main event tonight is the finals for the AEW Championship Tournament for the opportunity to face the winner of Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston for the AEW Championship. That's Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page. I think that's the match that is going to end up being the main event. And the reason I say this is because I think there's going to be a big swerve tonight. You'll see it. I have a feeling. I'm going to go Kenny Omega, and I do get the gut feeling that tonight you're going to see Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks turn heel fully tonight. I mean, you've kind of been seeing it a little bit in spurts with Kenny, but I think tonight you're really going to see it tonight. The full cleaner is going to come out. I hate that with the girls with the cleaning stuff. I think that's so cheesy and stupid. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's really
I'm not either.
It's not Kenny's style.
No, it just doesn't feel like a Kenny Omega entrance.
Exactly. So to me, but I do think Kenny's going to win that match.
I agree with you. I feel like Kenny will come forward and win this match against Hangman Adam Page, and it's going to be a very physical matchup. These two are very skilled, know each other very well in the squared circle. And Adam Page in his promo with was it JR, I believe? Yeah, JR.
But JR, yeah.
He said that he's a bit nervous about this match, but he really thinks that this is where he needs to be. This is his moment. This is his time to shine, and he wants to win over Kenny Omega, his former tag team partner, if he can. So I think it's going to be Kenny Omega that does win, and maybe we'll see Kenny turn on Hangman and take him out along with Matt and Nick Jackson. So
sure. All right. I hope everybody enjoys Full Gear tonight. I think this has a chance to be the best produced pay-per-view that the AEW's ever had.
Probably the best pay-per-view of the year.
Oh, absolutely, easily. It might be tough to top Wrestle Kingdom, but we'll see.